What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So AMC is making a little bit of a move today, and I wanted to go through exactly what's happening on the day, as well as the future of AMC, and just give you an overall update of the position and how I feel about it, right? I'm going to continue to reiterate exactly how I feel about it because I am a big fan of what AMC has to offer. And I think this doesn't need to be a ridiculously long video. It can be a simple update depending on how much I get into my feels, but we can definitely talk about everything related to AMC here. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It does help out the channel. I have a link for Webull. I have a link for Robinhood. If you want to use this platform that I'm looking at, it is Webull, and it is a great platform. I've been using it for a long time. So AMC, as we've had our previous videos, we've talked about how much I've had in AMC, which I will go through exactly how much I have again, just a brief little update on that. I've talked about the short interest and how the short interest is still sitting above, 10%, and that's still high. Even if it was around 5%, that's still considered high compared to a lot of other positions that are out there. So I've also talked about the price movement and the history of exactly where this has been and why I'm so bullish on it. But I think that's the main selling feature, right? Is exactly why I'm so bullish on this play, because I'm a big fan of movie theaters. I like movies. Like you see the children, they watch movies all the time. I watch movies all the time. I love the storylines behind things. I tend to like stories a lot better than other people. Like critics will say that a certain movie sucks, and I'm like, it doesn't. It's not really horrible. It's actually a pretty good movie. Just look at all the different details. But I love stories so much that I get into those stories. I can get into a Hallmark story if I really wanted to. Can't even say the type of movie, but I can still get into it. A Lifetime movie, I can get into that as well, depending on the story, right? If it has a story, I'm into it, right? There's some stories though that I may not be able to get into if they have just a horrible plot. But either way, it's about the journey that it takes you on, right? That's what it's all about. And movie theaters provide that. So where AMC is currently, it's actually on an increase today. It's up by 7% at the time of recording this video. It's up to a $4.38 mark. And we're seeing some major movement on the day. We saw this kind of pick up right as the market opened. If we wanted to look at the chart movement as the market opened, it really didn't have any type of movement here, but did end up pushing up to about $4.50, and now starting to approach there again. It did retrace back down to this level, breaking the 200 EMA, and then kind of hovering around this level down here above the $4.20 mark, where it currently has bounced off of that level and pushed up back above the 200 EMA, crossing the 200 EMA, and you see this up at this level kind of on more of a tear, expecting to see maybe a triple top scenario, or it could break through that point. So that's something you want to keep your eye on when it comes to AMC. But I'm just happy that you're seeing any type of major like positive movement on the day for this position, as you've seen so much negativity that has happened since the dilution, um, since the addition of shares, since the reverse split. All of those things that are mainly negative have affected AMC in a large way. And you've also seen the ability for the shorts to cover with all of those shares that are offered. As they offer 40 million shares here, they now have so much more exit liquidity, because it is inherently negative to see dilution, to see a reverse split. And now they're able to recover or cover whatever they wanted to cover. And that's why it goes from 30% down to about 10%. But also, that's only what we're seeing in front of our face. There's a lot of information that's behind the scenes that we honestly can't say. We can't say that it is 100% legit in front of our faces, because we understand what hedge funds do. We understand what smart money does, because they always want to win, and they will take it upon themselves to do everything they possibly can in order to win, but make it seem like they are losing. Right? There are some that will fail, like Melvin Capital and what has happened there, but seeing different things that get bought up and different funding that goes into them, and how much leeway they do get, how much grace they do get. It's something where we struggle the most. And what they will do is create a ton of time. There's been, what, 3+ years that we've seen this kind of take place, everything take place for AMC. And honestly, it hurts to see AMC this low, because there's so much effort that we put into it as retail traders and retail investors, that when we got to this point, we were just we were I don't know, there was a lot of people that are deflated, right? I saw people on Twitter that were saying, and I'm friends with people on Twitter that were saying, look, AMC's done. It still has short interest, but everything that we knew for hype is over. Retail traders still hold. That's not really the case. Retail traders are still there. They're still ready to see this thing blow up. I'm ready to see this thing blow up. And I'm buying more and more at some of these levels. Yes, am I down on the overall play? I am slightly down on the overall play. And from the high point, seeing this at worth $100,000 down to what it's worth now, which is like $1,000. Yes, I did take out my initial investment. I always protect that. But the point is that I could have gained so much out of this if I would have just sold at those levels. But the point is that you don't want to give up on the community. You don't want to give up on the business either, because if you give up on the business, it's not only about the fact that you lose whatever money you did have in there, which honestly is a large amount. It's about the fact that you lose the experiences, you lose the history. You end up getting into a situation where it's Toys R Us. Toys R Us was a huge part of my childhood. It was literally, I went nowhere for vacation, but you know where I did go? Toys R Us, all the time. My children never get to experience Toys R Us ever. And it was honestly like a place where you go and you're in awe at the amount of toys. And they will never, ever experience something like that, ever. And that honestly hurts me. Yes, they were overpriced. Yes, they didn't run everything effectively, but they were never given the chance to survive because of hedge funds that decided to attack them in such a large way. So, anyways, that's like a whole rant that we have there. But AMC is performing pretty well, up 7% on the day. I currently have 500 AMC. I plan on buying more and gathering 100 here and there. I hope that it kind of stays around these areas for me to gather 100 and gather, up to 1,000. That's where I want to hold at. However, it may not be the case that I get up to that point, because if things do start to really skyrocket, it gets back up to $10, $12, $13, $20, or whatever, then I may not have the chance to, buy into that play, because technically, while it has my cost basis at $59, I don't know why it does, because my cost basis is not that high. I invested $16,000 into this. So if I pull $16,000 out, that should be my kind of break even. What it's showing on Webull is that my cost base is $59, meaning that my market value would be $29,000. I invested less than that. I also took out my initial investment, so it should be $6,000 to $7,000 worth of that's taken out, or somewhere around profit, something like that. Actually, $8,000 profit. And overall, it does show that, but for some reason, it still shows me $59 worth of a cost basis for some reason. I don't know what's happening there, but either way, I'm happy to get to $59, because then that would be $29,000. But I feel like that's still kind of beginning stages of this. I feel like it still can go so much further in what AMC is worth, based on what we're seeing within their more recent financial statements, as well as what they're worth post what squeeze they could see. So retail traders are still strong. We know that they're still strong. We know that there's still hype and potential and belief behind it, but we just need to see that all come together on the chart, which it may be difficult to see that because they don't want us to see that. They control everything. This is the difference between the stock market and the crypto market. Stock market controlled by, hedge funds and smart money, while the crypto market, as of right now, is not controlled by smart money or hedge funds or these big banks. So That's why I'm so interested in crypto right now, but I still have a lot of money in the stock market for consistency. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links for Webull, for Robinhood, for even for my Margex trading account. Feel free to check that out. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.